Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-Sha Keating for wisdomseekers.net. My .net is still just about up. This is my logo. If you need to get hold of me for any reason, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I don't know, Twitter. I don't know how that one works, to be honest. And I'm here to do an interactive. So if anybody comes on, I haven't really told people about the interactive, but I do dailies now. I do the earth, fire, earth, air, and water every day. So you can find those. It's starting to pick up. People are paying attention to it. The feedback I'm getting is that it's appropriate, it fits. Mostly I just tell you how to deal with the ascension energy more than anything. Rarely am I going to tell you what's happening specifically in a day, but more the energies of the day. And how is this going? It's picking up. It is. Hi, Vince O'Brien. It's nice to see you on here. How are you doing? And this is an interactive, Vince, if you want to ask a question. What am I going to talk about today? So what I've noticed about about the interactives, or not the interactives, about the dailies. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing fantastic, Brian O'Brien. And I should just call you Vince, right? Hey, Carol from Australia. Oh my. Hi, Mama B. So just before I go into it, let me tell you what I've been picking up about the energy. People who watch my dailies, they're light workers as a general rule. And I noticed that we're coming to the in-between stage. So we've been letting go of dropping a lot of old stuff, and that which we cannot take with us. But we're not moved further into the next stage. So that means we're in the in-between stage, and the in-between stage is very, very hard stage to be in. It's like walking in a fog, not being able to see where your next step is, and things like that. It feels like you're alone and that you're the only one in the world. It's a stop, it's over, not an ending. So just hang in there. And when you feel like you're all alone and there's nowhere you've done, it's just a time to reflect, enjoy the quiet, because when we move in, it's going to be whoosh, fast forward. You're right, Vince. The in-between is rough. I have never liked the in-between stage. I'm always frustrated. I always panicked. I don't panic anymore because I know it's an in-between stage and that it's not going anywhere. But I used to panic when I was new. Okay, so Mama B. Hi. So I've been talking to this new guy named Harshal Leo. I take it he's born in August. He says that he wants a long-term relationship with me. Do you think that is what he really wants, or he just wants? Okay, let's see. First of all, bit of advice. The longer you take to have intimate relationships, the more likely the relationship will develop into long-term. Let's see, Harshal. I do believe he is looking for a long term. How you present yourself to him, how valuable you make yourself appear to him, that will make the relationship work longer and better for you. And he could very well be the one you're waiting for. That would be really awesome, actually, because you've had a long few years of not things not working as well as they could for you. So take your time, get to know him. And Leos are very volatile, Remember that he might explode, but then it's over. Don't take it personal. So Keisha, hey ladies, can I get a time estimate on when do you see me moving to a new apartment? It's okay if the timing isn't right. I just want a preview of timing. I think the end of July, middle of July to the middle of August, somewhere in between there, probably closer to the middle of the timeline for you to move into a new apartment. I do see an apartment coming up. It's like the energy is being prepared for you. It's not where you think it is, but it's not far. It's not also not exactly far away from where you think you should be going. Vidya, you want a message from your deceased partner? Thank you very much. It would be a lot easier for me, Vidya, if you could give me his first name. Names do have power. It's easier for me to contact him, but let me see what I can do. Okay, this is a very interesting. I'm not sure if I got the right person because, like I say, it's easier with a name. Names do have power. What he said to me was, you've got a long time before you're going to be on the other side with him. And he says, you haven't finished doing what you're supposed to do. Not what you're supposed to do, what you decided you would like to do. And but he's supporting you. He's supporting you in your move, in the energy way you're working through things. Elle, I think I need your help.
Yeah.
He's supporting you in what you're aiming for. You haven't actually got into the meat of what you're supposed to be doing yet. It's like it's that far away. You're not quite there. Something new is coming in, and you will know when it's time, and it will be like you're kind of gently shoved off a cliff. Gently shoved off a cliff to be doing what you're going to be doing with him. And he's there right beside you, supporting you and helping you. And when they're on the other side, they drop a lot of their negative energy and maintain a lot of their positive energy, especially if they vibrated close to the same vibration as you do in the physical. All right, Sophia. Sophia Beatrice is the one I met.
Will Diego get out of jail before the end of the year or New Year's?
Did you get after? I'm really sorry, but we both got after the New Year's. Good luck with that. Hi, Maria.
Herrera says hello. T says, hi, ladies. Is there anyone that I will meet romantically in the future? New. Anyone new?
Oh, new. Okay. Yeah. Because I think there's an old flame there that keeps wanting to come in, and you keep going, And I have a hunch that is the right answer. Not for a while. It's a good 6 months down the lane before I feel it's a good 6 months, but time is shifting and changing, so the eddies aren't quite clear. And it could be within 3 months. But at the point where he is at and the point you're at, it's 6 months. I think you'll find that he has a beautiful head of hair, really interesting eyes, and a smile that lights up his whole face. And you will have this feeling of, I know this man, but where do I know him from? And it will eat at your mind until you figure out you don't actually know him from this lifetime. But yes, there's somebody there, and I think he's worth waiting for. Okay.
Vince asks, just general, are the people working we're working with going to have a breakthrough on our process. Are we going to have a breakthrough on our processing, or are we gonna have to figure it out ourselves?
I really hate to tell you this, but I suspect you have to figure it out yourself before they can take it and run with it. I would love that it was the other way around, because that's probably something that would work. But once you give them, you have to give them a little bit more information. And once they catch that little bit more information, it will be like a light bulb goes on for them, and the processing will start. I don't know what it's not very much more that you have to give them, but I do know that it is a little bit more, and it might be even just well, have you considered this idea? It doesn't, it feels like it's so close, but they're so far away until you give them that hint, that aha moment. And when you do, they'll just grab it and run.
Keisha W asks, hello, Eliz-Sha. Does Marquise see a future with me like marriage?
Marquise. I wouldn't hold your breath on it. He's not very quick on the uptake when it comes to relationships like marriage. Every once in a while it crosses his mind, and he doesn't hate it. But I don't think he's at a place yet where he is ready for a relationship that would be 2.3 kids and a picket fence kind of energy. If you're willing to wait, and usually that's years, yes. But at this moment, keep your options open.
I never understand the term 2.5 kids.
It's the stats.
No, I get it, but it's like when you hear it, and you're not like, I get that the half kid is still baking in the oven, or like it's still growing.
It's a statistic. People have 2.5 kids as an average, so we have 3 kids here, one kid here, 4 kids there.
But it's just when you say 2.5 kids, I go, so do you cut a child in half?
I know.
Is that worth it?
I know, that's why I say it, because I think it's really ridiculous, because people don't have half a kid.
The imagery is just so random.
I know that, but that's why I say 2.3 kids, because it's ridiculous. People can't have 2.3. Okay, let's go on.
Yeah. Vince, more personal question, asks, will I meet my life mate?
So just so, because you don't know this, Vince, it's a one question, one, but because you don't know it, and I know who you are, and
well, I was taking the first question when I said general, I meant like conversationally. What is this energy?
Yeah, but anyhow,
at least that's how I read it.
Yeah,
was more on the topic of.
Yeah, okay, but me person or online, I think that's still up in the air, and I don't think you've met her yet. The chances are you may meet her online first, but it's from a place where you will be returning to, not a place where you are, I don't think. I do think you haven't met this person yet. Oh, but that's okay. You might have met her online, but you haven't met her in the physical, that's for sure. Okay. Maria.
I just have to say, Joanne Stanley and Keisha W are laughing at our little half-child tangent.
Well, I think it's so hilarious that they tell us that there's 2.5
kids. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't. And that's why I use it, because it's hilarious.
Yeah. All right.
Maria.
Yeah. Can I have a message from my deceased grandmother, Edna?
Hey.
Thank you.
Okay, Edna.
No capes.
What?
From the kids movie, The Incredibles.
Oh, okay.
The lady that makes hero costumes.
Hmm.
Her name's Edna.
Oh,
And
okay.
Her one of her things is no capes because heroes always die with capes.
She's really proud of you. Her heart's her out's glowing. She says, you don't realize how much you do, how much good you've done, and what you're doing for yourself. You have no idea how much you've changed and grown, and from the little girl she knew, to who you are now. She says the things you've done for yourself are amazing, and she's very proud of you. And she says, go to church. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's something she was big on, but she says, go to church and pray. But I think that's a grandmother thing. I don't think it's something you absolutely have to do. But she says you take after your father quite a bit. What else? You're doing a good job bringing up your son. And she thinks he's going to do amazing things in life, but she is a grandmother. And I know in South America quite often they will honor the people who've passed with food. Because she says, and I always go back to food with you, Maria. I don't know why. But she says she would like one of those. It's a dough that's deep fried and has sugar on it. I don't know
Churro?
Well, in Mexico it's churro. I don't know what it is in her native country. She says she likes those, and she likes her coffee strong. Okay.
T says, oh wow, that's amazing. Thank you.
Good luck with that, T.
Jel, J-E-L, says, greetings, spiritual family.
Greetings.
Samantha U asks, will there be new love for me in the future?
New love? You know what? There's always a potential for new love. The biggest thing to do, and this is something I harp on a lot, is the more you love who you are, the more you accept who you are, the more you will attract people who love you. And Samantha, in the future, it's not immediate, but there's a smile on the person's face, a kindred smile. There's a kindred energy out there waiting for you. And it won't necessarily start out romantically. It might start out as a basic friendship and develop. But there's somebody who has a grin of recognition out there waiting for you. Okay.
Keisha W says, okay, I understand. Thank you. I will keep my options open.
Good luck.
Joanne Stanley says, laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Maria Herrera says she would say that something like that, and churro.
It is churro. Okay. I like churros too.
They're delicious.
Yeah, I haven't had one since I left Mexico.
23 years. Sadly.
23 years. Yeah. We left in 2000.
Yep.
I really want to go back. I have friends down there now, so I can go back and visit them.
Joanne Stanley adds, love is all around.
It really is. It's a really wonderful experience.
All right, you can...
We've been on 20 minutes.
Yep.
So I could get to chit-chat?
Yep.
Okay, so since most people are asking about love, I'm going to expound a little bit more on love. And we all... Okay, that's cool.
Joanne Stanley says, I feel ya. Thanks, beautiful.
Thank
Jill asks, what does my posh bubka...
Polish.
Oh, Polish.
Bubka.
I
She might be posh, but usually when it's a bubka, it's they wear a hat, wear scarves and things.
Yeah. Sorry. Grandma say about Steve. About the Steve I met online. Thank you.
Okay, basically, I like Steve's, but your grandmother says, be very careful because you don't know this person. You only met him online. Let me tune into Steve. Your Polish Bubka, she's a cool lady, by the way. I really like her. I don't know if she cooked a lot, but to me it looks like a wooden spoon that she's shaking in front like this, not, telling you what she thinks. And she was very psychic in her when she still is, but she was very psychic when she was alive. And you often thought that maybe she had eyes in the back of her head, and she'd answer you when you weren't asking a question and telling you to be careful. She was very much on careful, and she wants you to look after yourself. She wants you to protect yourself. It's not that she's saying Steve is not a good person, because as a general rule, I like Steve's. But she says, until you know, and that's with the, she's shaking, until you know, you don't make any commitments. You don't put your heart on the line. And I'm not sure how she would have said that, but that's the energy that's coming through. And she's very, very protective of you, and she does love you a lot. And I don't know, she looks like she's making something, cooking something. So I suspect she's got her finger in whatever you've got going, and she's making things work for you. And she doesn't really dislike Steve, by the way. She just says she wants you to be careful. That's her advice to you. I think she actually likes Steve. But, and I I know I really like her. She's a really cool lady. Your Polish grandmother. She's funny. It's how do I say this? It's not that he's not a good guy. He just might not be the one for you yet. So take your time. Take it very slow with him, and if you don't want to get hit on the head by whatever she's wielding, you will take it very slowly. But yeah, she's a good lady. Okay. You really should be, Jill, you really should be channeling her. She is hilarious. Hi, Joel.
Joanne Stanley says, I have more questions?
I'm not sure. We'll find out in a second. We'll find out.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because with Joel's on, he'll ask a question anyhow, right, Joel?
I mean, it's kind of why we're here.
Yeah, we're here for that question, interactive. By the way, I do dailies every day for fire, earth, water, and air. And they're for people on the spiritual journey more than anything else. And they are starting to get... they're starting to get more, hi SL, they're starting to get more traction with anybody's interested.
Jill says, talk's broken.
Oh, your grandmother. Oh, SL, let's do SL.
Yeah. Was Albec's mother the reason we broke up?
Oh, I'm sure she was a big part of it. Unfortunately, mothers often think that they can do better or somebody else is not quite enough for that person. And I have noticed not all mothers, but a lot of mothers don't think whoever their child can always do better, which is not necessarily the case, and I don't think it was the case in this situation. But yeah, I don't hold it against her. That's a mother failing, unfortunately.
Joe asks, will I be accepted on the Masters of the Law and Economics of the Sea? I guess they emailed me on the 20th. They will email me on the 26th of this month. Soon.
I think I get a feeling that it's going to be positive. What do you get?
Yes, it's positive.
I think
the
so.
Adds, if in case it gives us more of a ping, if they accept me, it's 2 years length, so that's quite a bit of time.
No, it's not. Not anymore. Actually, 2 years is really short.
Yeah. And I do believe it will be worth it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because the information you will learn, you can take into any job.
And the economics of the sea, I do believe, now that the Americans are policing the seas less, there's going to be a lot more things happening on the sea, and not necessarily beneficial. So the more you know about the economics of the sea, the more money you can make, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad, Jill.
Andrea says, good to see you, dear Eliz-Sha. I need advice on my relationship with A. I can't understand what she expects from me. I truly love her and want to be on good terms with her. What do I do? What can I do?
Let me see. So it is. It's not you, it's her, believe it or not. Because, okay, she had a rough childhood. I'm sure she did. Rough in the fact that she didn't feel accepted or loved, or it doesn't matter whether she was or not, it's how she feels. And she didn't feel that she was loved, so she doesn't have trust for people. So when you love her, you scare her. And I don't recommend you stop loving her, but maybe stop being quite so generous with your love. Because it's the fact that you love her that scares her, because people who've loved her in the past have dropped her like a hot potato, they've not been good to her in the name of love. So it is nothing to do with you. It is to do with her fears of what love represents to her. And this is a trick that I would recommend. Put her in a jar. Put in the jar pure unconditional love. Leave it, and just leave it. Every morning, put a little bit unconditional love. I have no expectations of what or how this will go, just kind of energy, and see what happens in 3 weeks. Okay? Good luck with that.
Joanne says, hi, sorry, yeah, fire sign's working for me, thanks, absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you.
On that, double check, everyone, that the bell that's rung is selected to all notifications if you're having issues not getting notifications. I mean, YouTube obviously gets hungry and eats them, but
we can see your hand swinging around in the back.
Well, earlier you were able to see Jellybean too.
Yeah.
Like my mother, I talk with my hands.
Yeah, she's French Canadian. I'm not, but I still talk with my hands.
But yeah, make sure the bell icon has all notifications selected. Maybe not. That will work better. I don't know. Anywho's it's Zhao says it's the best master of the world about the sea.
I think, yes, it feels really good. And I think you'll find that you find your feet during that period. You will also meet people who will help you going forward in the business world from that MBA. People who will, where you connect with people throughout the world.
I have doubts because it's super specific, but it's also strength. Do my guides have any advice?
I think you should go for it.
I think we gave you good advice that your guides are telling you. Jump in, bro.
Yeah, I think you've got this one. This is like you're going to land on your feet. You're going to have all these new contacts and people, and it's going to take you where you want to go. Well, maybe not where you think you want to go, but where you really want to go. Okay.
Andre says, thank you, rings true. She's so special, and I want to take care of her.
You don't take care of her. That's part of her fear. Allow her to be strong on her own. Support her in being self confident and sure. Know what she wants. Okay.
And I mean, it's okay to remind her that you're always there.
And also let her give back to you.
Yeah.
It's not a one-way street. Accept as well. And sometimes people have a really hard time accepting. And remember, it's always a two-way street. Good luck, Joel.
Jill says, I'm getting mine most of the time for notifications.
So far, I haven't missed any days. And even when I'm not, like Monday, I'm not going to do them, but I've already got them done. So they come out every day.
Yeah. But yeah, just because I've heard people say I don't get the notifications, I don't watch anymore. And who's it? Zhao says, thank you, girls.
I have to take exception to that. I am not a girl.
I'm a woman.
I am way past that age.
I mean, it's true.
I'm definitely way past the age of being a girl.
Joanne says, thanks.
I hope you do receive notifications. It's nice to have you on.
Yes. And basically that's all I'm making sure of is people's notifications are on.
Yeah, because I keep getting messages, people telling me I haven't got notified. And that makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, and I mean another thing to do is sorry, my brain's dying. Is just check back on our YouTube page and or Facebook work page.
When I put it up on YouTube, most of the time, unless I've pre-done them, I will put them immediately onto Facebook and Twitter. So you can find them there as well. And yeah, I find them interesting. Somebody suggested I do 12, and I thought I would be there all day if I did 12.
I mean, that's how you started on YouTube, was doing one specific per each zodiac sign.
And it takes hours. Well, it takes me an hour and a half to do the 4, pardon me. And it also takes energy, because when we do work with energy, we use energy, so it does take. But we haven't had no more questions, so we can probably call it. Yeah. It's been a blast. I am going to try to come on at least every other week. So if anybody wants to pay attention, okay, there's a question.
No question. Jill says, "Thank you, lovely souls, for sharing this live today. Happy Sunday."
You too. Happy day. And it's been a blast. All right. So namaste, namasko, and I will let you all have a. Oh, Angie.
Does AD have a channeled message for me?
Okay, let's see first. AD.
And then we're gonna say goodbye.
Let me see if I can get AD first. So wherever AD is, it's not easy. It's not close to this realm. Okay, almost got her. Got AD. 20 seconds should be good. AD. Okay, AD says, Angie, to allow yourself to go up in the energies rather than try to, and you need to stay grounded while you do it, because there's physicality, which we're in, and that you need to stay grounded in, but you need to allow yourself to expand your energy carefully, because you have a tendency to let too much in. Just put guidelines of who you will accept. So AD, you will accept the energy of AD and all that AD will, it says is fine, but allow yourself to move up in the physical, beyond the physical, in the spiritual energy to a higher vibration, so that you can receive better, cleaner, clearer information from yourself. He says this is something you can do yourself if you can allow yourself to trust who you are and what you are. Don't forget. So one of the things he suggests you do is you ask what you are, and then pay attention to what you are. When you get the information of what you are, because right now you're human and physical on the earth, but beyond that you have a different energy. When you get what you are, don't negate it. Don't go, oh, that's too grandiose for me, because when you negate what you get, then instead of getting 100%, you maybe get 50 or 60%. So don't negate it. Take it, acknowledge it, say, yes, thank you, I accept this, and put it into the earth energy. Let it go, because of the razor's edge. All right, and Angie, and the only reason I'm giving you that kind of channeled message is because AD is really hard to reach, and it wants you to work a little harder to get there. All right, good luck with that. So I think that's it.
Nope.
Oh, D-Spark. Hi, D-Spark.
We try to get out and they just pull us back in. D-Spark asks, anything coming in the next 3 months relationship-wise? Thank you.
June, end of June. I don't know what it is, whether it's a summer romance, but the end of June seems to be something that has a point. I'm not sure, it's not concrete, but if you put the energy into it of, yes, this is something I would really like, when you do that, make sure it comes from the heart and really mean it, And again, if you don't love who you are, it's not going to happen. So make sure you love who you are. No matter what you are, love who you are. And put the energy out, yes to the energy in June. And it may not be what you want, but it's a beginning. So it's, for instance, it's easier to get a job when you have a job. If you have somebody who's interested in you and you don't say no to it, it's easier to attract an energy of that's positive for you. And the energy may be exactly what you want, but unexpected. It will be an unexpected, out of your comfort zone energy. Okay, good luck with that.
All right. Angie says, thank you for answering. And D-Spark says, hi all, and thank you, Elisha and Elle.
Oh, you're welcome, both of you.
And we're going to call it quits.
Again.
For more keep us on for hours.
Okay, so namaste, namasko again. Thank you very much for all being here. We will try to be on at least twice a month. Okay, bye. Take care.